Hey everybody! I hope you're all having a wonderful February. I wanted to do this video for Valentine's Day, but unfortunately my crazy schedule has been making that a bit difficult. I am hoping that will change in the near future, as I've been working very hard to change my situation a bit. Anyhow, on to more important things. So today, I want to talk about something that could possibly work in future gameplay. To do that, we're going to look at another awesome game in development, Yandere Simulator. I'm sure you're probably very confused. Yanchan is nothing like the sweet, caring Ambrosia. However, there is one thing they have in common. They are both in pursuit of love. Yes, Yanchan will do anything to claim her senpai, even if it means doing the unthinkable.
I must make him mine.
It doesn't always have to be so violent and gory, however. Last year, a matchmaking feature was added into the game, where you could deter a girl from her senpai by simply pointing her in the direction of another dashing young lad. Easier said than done, but still effective. So, how does this apply to Beauty in the War? Well, as much as Ambrosia would love to make everyone happy, she's only one person. Unlike Yanchan, she has a very nice selection of suitors to choose from. So, Ambrosia's path is not just determined by how she achieves love, but with whom she does so. If Ambrosia gives her heart to one of these lovely men, then where does that leave her other suitors? They're not just going to jump off the island or something. At least, I hope not. Hey, Pyramus, I'm watching you. Don't even think about it. The question is, could she still do something for the suitors she's friend-zoned? Perhaps she could do just as Yanchan does, but not just because she has an ulterior motive. It could simply be because Ambrosia hopes that everyone she cares for has a chance to find their own special someone. Let me share a few examples I have, because anyone who knows me knows I love shipping more than FedEx and UPS combined. In Beauty in the War, Ambrosia's fate lies within the player's hands. She could become entangled in a forbidden love, sell her soul to someone less than altruistic, even become a princess or a queen. And speaking of a queen, let's talk about King Barium. Now, we know very little about him between last year's Valentine's Day specials and previous games. He has a harem of women from various clans. Not uncommon for someone of his standing, it's been seen throughout ancient history. However, he is willing to wine and dine his special lady. From this, we can deduce that Barium is both passionate and generous. But in terms of true love, that can lose substance very quickly. If it's implied that Ambrosia could become his queen, does this mean that he is searching for true love, or perhaps finds it when he least expects it? Would he give up his harem of beautiful women for it? For now, it's left up to speculation as to what scenarios would lead to a connection between Ambrosia and Barium. However, there is already evidence of a connection existing between Barium and someone else. Someone who is also friends with Ambrosia.
Hi, Ambrosia.
Yes, Bo Peep already has the benefit of living with Barium as one of his mistresses. And arguably, because Kukui are far and few between, she may even be considered exotic. Depending on your choices in the demo, she says that all Barium wants is for her to be happy. Now, he may say this for all his mistresses, but remember, they are all from different clans. This means they have varying personalities. If Ambrosia has the potential to win his heart, does this mean that no one else does? From what we've seen of Bo Peep, she may be a bit of an airhead at times, but there's no doubt that she possesses nearly as much kindness as Ambrosia, a bubbly personality, and a good conscience. Choosing Bo Peep as a wife could offer a genuine relationship filled with love and compassion, even if it lacks the political benefits Ambrosia would provide as a representative of her clan. Could it be possible that if Ambrosia does not wish to seek the king's hand, that she could encourage a close friend to seek it instead? I'll leave that thought up to you as I move on to another pair of characters that could be compatible.
This is far too much for a poor damsel like me to handle.
Yes, Ambrosia's talkative cousin is one of the people I had in mind for this next couple. She's the first person you see when actual gameplay begins, and she does not hesitate to make sure she is heard by everyone in the vicinity. There is another person who has an arguably similar personality, not wishing to be forgotten for too long.
Ambrosia, I know you've been taking care of the warriors and the Valkyrie, and that some of them have been a handful. What do you say you let me stand guard for you?
Okay, I know many of you were probably thinking, why on earth would Chase and Rosemary make a good couple, especially when Rosemary is so wary of the troll as it is? In addition, I'm sure many of you have seen various instances where Rosemary either bickers with or outright insults Chase. Have I lost my mind? Probably, but that's besides the point. There are many hints throughout the game which indicate that Rosemary may not be as confident as she seems. She may often brag about herself, but there are points where she breaks down those fluffed-up walls and reveals her true feelings. On the flip side, when Ambrosia asks Chase why he apologized to her that one night, she thinks she hears him say, quote, "for being me." From this, despite how usually happy and chipper Chase is, perhaps he too feels he is flawed. Putting the two together, it's clear that they both have issues with themselves. When Rosemary sees how other men view Ambrosia, even Jasmine on occasion, compared to herself, she is left feeling hurt and resentful. I can say from experience, it is not a good feeling. At the same time, Chase's scars, freckles, sunburn, and vertical challenges place him in a very similar position. I believe this is something they can both relate to, if given the chance. Before that, however, there is another thing they both have in common, and it's not necessarily a good thing.
Well, okay. Some of the men are pretty nice looking. At least, the ones who aren't being an enormous prick. You should hear what some of them call me.
Because of the shortcomings they see in themselves, players see them sometimes acting in a bitter or spiteful manner at times. Rosemary can be seen ranting about her interactions with others and denying wrongdoing with excuses to take negative attention off of herself. Chase also is seen sometimes being stubborn and unreasonable. Ambrosia often has a difficult time trying to convince him of thinking a different way about a certain person or situation, despite her best efforts and intentions. Arguably, having both people in a relationship with this personality could amp the animosity. Or, perhaps it could create a mutual understanding of similar frustrations. Misery does love company, so perhaps Rosemary and Chase could help each other work through their sour feelings. Maybe it would take someone like Chase to convince Rosemary that yes, she is beautiful, and perhaps if she could accept Chase for who he is, he could come to accept that and be proud of that as well. With that said, Ambrosia may have the chance to become more than just the fairest maiden of Virgo Island. She could have opportunities to foster love between her family and friends. This would certainly make for more interesting interactions and add a new layer to the gameplay. If one decides to have Ambrosia pursue a certain suitor, she can still maintain a good relationship with the others by helping them find their own happy ending. So, what do you think? Would this be a good idea for the final game? Please leave your thoughts in a comment, and don't forget to keep track of Beauty and the Ward's development by visiting PoisonAppleTales' pages. I will link several in the description below. Fan of Yandere Simulator as well? I've left a link for Yanderedev's YouTube page as well in the description. Being I've been talking about couples that would work because of their personality traits, I wonder if Yandere-chan would be a good match for a certain someone we know.
He is everything. He is worth any sacrifice. Nothing else matters. No one else matters. He will be mine. He doesn't have a choice.